Hey, boys and girls, good to see you again. It's been a long time, and we miss you. Me and Mrs. Brown both miss you guys a whole lot, and hope you get to come back soon to Sparks, and we can start memorizing the Bible again and talking about Jesus and what He's done and all those good things. We hope you're washing your hands and drinking lots of water and get outside in some sun too. And I'm sure right now we're all talking about the virus that's out there and how maybe scary it might be for some people, and we don't want you to be afraid of it. So just do what the people say. On TV they're saying wash your hands and drink lots of water and don't touch your face. All those things are important. If you do all those things, it'll help a lot. And I know it might still be scary. So we're going to look at a Bible story today where some people were very scared. They were in a very scary situation. They didn't know what to do. But they had someone with them that did know what to do. And his name was Jesus. And so we're going to see what he talked about there in the Bible there on that particular story. We're going to start reading in Mark chapter 4, verse 35, and it says, "And the same day when the even was come, as a nighttime, he saith unto them, Let us pass over unto the other side." They're talking about a lake. We're in a big, huge lake. They call it a sea. It was that big. It looked like the sea. You couldn't see the other side. It was a big lake. And they were in a few ships because Jesus was talking to a bunch of people on the shore. There were so many people he couldn't even stand on the ground anymore. He had to get in a boat and get out a little bit so he could talk to everybody. And that way he could actually see them all and talk to them. Otherwise they were right on top of them and he could talk and all the way to the back and here. So a big hillside down to the water. He was way out here in the water in the boat talking to all the people. And when they all went away, he sent them all home. He told the people he was with in their boats, let's go to the other side of the lake. It was a long way over there. So it's going to be a long ride. And Jesus was tired. And he's, went up to take a nap. And it says, "And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. There were also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full." It's not sounding good. "And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him, and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm." And we'll stop there for a minute. So here's Jesus in this boat, talking to all these people, and he's said all he's going to say. And he's told them, okay, it's time for you all to go home. You can talk about what we talked about today at home, but we're going to go off and get some rest. You guys do the same thing. And they take the boats and go on that side of the lake. And they go all the way over there, miles and miles away. It's a big, big lake. And the windstorm came up. It wasn't rain, it was wind, lots of wind. And the waves were crashing over the boat and landing in it. And as the wind and waves would crash over the boat, they'd land inside of it and fill it up. And they would try and bail the water out, big buckets full, just throwing the water out of the boat as fast as they could. But as fast as they get a wave out of the boat, another wave would hit the boat. It would fill it up. And the waves were starting to make the boat sink a little bit. And it made everybody scared. They've done all they can. These are fishermen. They're in the boats all the time, every night. They get in the boat, they go out in the water, they fish, and they bring them home. Every day. So nothing new for them. I'm sure they've been caught in a storm or two. They've seen waves. Nothing. No big deal. Today was different. Because today they were in the middle of the lake. Normally they'd be a little closer to shore, and if they sank, they could swim. Or hop in on the boat. But all the boats were sinking. All the boats were going down. And they were way far away from the shore. Swimming back would have been too hard. They never would have made it. So they're thinking, we're going to die out here. What are we going to do? And they're like, well, Jesus is here, but he's sleeping. They didn't care. What's he doing? And they go, why? Don't you care we're perishing? Don't you care we're going to die? So what does Jesus do? He gets up and says, hey. He talks to the wind first. He says, the wind, stop it right now. And he tells the sea to peace, be still. And what he meant by that was, I want you to stop and don't start again. Be calm the rest of the time. So the waves stopped like glass. And the breezes came through and they pushed their boat clean to the other side, no more problems. Now the story doesn't stop there because Jesus has some words to his friends in the boat there after that. And he says, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? So why were you afraid? I wasn't afraid. I was with you. I told you to go to the other side. I said, let's go over there. And I meant it. We were going to make it, no problem. And you're afraid that we're going to sink and die, but I'm with you. So why were you afraid about that? What scared you? Why did you not have faith in me that we were going to make it? But they were really afraid. Jesus said, you shouldn't have been. I have this. And they came to the side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. I'm sorry, verse before that says, and they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, what manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? And I'm surprised they were surprised by this, because after all, they'd seen him make dead people come back to life. They'd seen him feed thousands of people with a little bit of food. They'd seen him turn water into wine. They'd seen all these miracles. He'd make blind people see. He'd make people who couldn't speak have their tongues work and their voice box work and they could speak again. He'd make people who couldn't hear be able to hear. He made people who never ever walked in their life before be able to dance. I mean, this man was amazing, and yet they were surprised by the fact that he could tell the wind, and you stop, and you waves, cut it out. And they did it. No one had ever controlled the earth. They'd never seen that. They've seen people heal people before. They've seen people get better when they went to a doctor. They've seen things like that. But they've never seen anyone tell the nature what to do. That was amazing. He had control of the elements. He had some power, and that was more than they expected. And this is they feared. They were what would we do about this guy? What do we think about him now? Because he's not just a man that God's working through. He's got the power of God. That changes everything. And I say all that to say this for us, me and you. It's the same thing for us. He's still God. Jesus is still God. And he knows everything that's happening right now. He knows that there's a virus out there. He knows it's scary. And he knows our hearts. And he says, hey, I love you. And I know what's happening. And I don't want you to be afraid of this thing. I want you to come to me. That might be why he's doing it. You ever get hurt? You ever run outside, trip, and then fall and then skin your knee? And it's got blood oozing out of it. And you're like, oh no, it hurts. And you run inside, mommy, 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 or dad. And they bandage you up and they put stuff on it. And they put a Band-Aid on it and they hold you. And say, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. I know it hurts now, but it's going to be okay. That's Jesus. It's the same thing for us. He says, listen, I know you're scared and the virus is out there and all this is going on, but I'm still here. Why don't you come here and sit with me? It's going to be okay. Trust him. He says, just trust me. I love you. I'm going to take care of you. I need you to come to me and trust me. Trust that I know what I'm doing. And I love you and know that. And just let me talk to you. Listen to me. Pray with me. Read the Bible. Spend time with me. And all this fear and all this scariness in your heart, you don't have to have it. Give that to me. I can hold it. I can take it for you. Trust me. Just trust me. If I'm saying you can, you can. And that's the lesson tonight. I hope you understand that. I hope you take a little piece of that and are able to use that. And when you feel afraid, remember that Jesus loves you. That he did amazing things throughout his whole life to prove who he was, that he was God. And that he desires for you to come to him and just be with him and have peace in your heart. He isn't always going to take the storm and stop it. Sometimes he has a storm there, so we'll come to him and just be with him during the storm. And it'll be okay. Because one day the storm will be over And we'll get to go back outside, and we get to play and run around and see our friends. But right now, we're in the storm. And right now, we can go to Jesus and we can get peace, even in the storm. I love you all and hope to see you again very soon. Take care.